So, greetings, Samotete. So, the first question is to describe the core component of a virtual machine and explain how you would leverage it, virtualization technology in the business setting. So, to answer that, I would say the core component of a virtual machine consists of the hypervisor, the virtual CPU, the virtual RAM, and the virtual storage. So these are a few that I can mention. And for the hypervisor, we know it sits in between the physical hardware and the virtual machines. And the hypervisor also manages, isolates, and also allocates the virtual resources like the virtual CPUs, the virtual RAM, and then the virtual storage to the virtual machines. Okay. So for me, leveraging virtualization technology in my business setting will mean using probably a physical hardware, using one physical hardware to that is running multiple virtual machines on one physical hardware. Let me simply put it that way. So that boils to question two. Several roles and features are critical for defining a server functionality. Describe the difference between a server role and a server feature. How do you determine which roles and features a server needs? So basically, the role of a server is to create users, create organizational units, and also manage re- resources. So the server has these features of managing computers, users of a domain, security, group policies. So in addition to that, we can determine uh, roles and features a server needs based on the particular use it's put into. A file server is to manage files. So I move on to question three. So domains are a fundamental component of a of a company's infrastructure. Explain the primary purpose of Active Directory and how it facilitates user and resource management within a domain. Give an example of a common task you can perform using Active Directory. Okay, so one common task that I can perform using the Active Directory is to create users of the domain, like I rightly mentioned, to assign them roles and responsibilities, and also to ensure that users are limited to what they needed. For instance, the finance team or the finance manager should be limited to issues that deals with financial transactions of a company and not to interfere with informations relating to the HR. So from the Active Directory, I can ensure that some of these breaches are taken care of, that I don't breach informations. Thank you very much for your time.